Zach Pigoff here, and welcome back to another lesson video. Today, I will be going over the 9-4 text. So let's jump right into the video. Alrighty, so as I had stated before, I am going to be going over the 9-4 text, which is the fourth and final lesson in Chapter 9. That's right, after I finish recording, editing, and uploading this video, along with the 9-4 work together, we will be done with Chapter 9, and we'll be moving on to Chapter 10 relatively soon. But anyway, let's jump right into the 9-4 text. So in this lesson, we will be learning about journalizing other transactions using a general journal. Okay, so there are some key terms that I'd like to go over before we start the accounting part of this lesson. So a purchases return is credit allowed for the purchase price of returned merchandise, resulting in a decrease in the customer's accounts payable. A purchases allowance is credit allowed for part of the purchase price of merchandise that is not returned, resulting in a decrease in the customer's accounts payable. And a debit memorandum is a form prepared by the customer showing the price deduction taken by the customer for returns and allowances. Alright, next we're going to be talking about the memorandum for buying supplies on account. So what we're essentially looking at here is a memorandum for buying supplies on account. And as you can see here, this memorandum is from Hobby Shack Incorporated. The number is 52, and the date is November 6th. And it also says down here that the attached invoice is for store supplies, but on account. Okay, next we're going to be talking about buying supplies on account. So this transaction reads, on November 6th, bought store supplies on account from Gulf Craft Supply, $210, memorandum number 52. Alright, so when we journalize a transaction related to buying supplies on account, there are a few steps that we follow when doing this process. First, we write the date, which is November 6th, in the date column. Next, we write the account title, which is supplies-store, in the account title column. After that, we write the memorandum number, which is M52, in the document number column. Next, we write the debit amount, which is $210, in the debit column. After that, we write the account title and vendor name, which is accounts payable, Gulf Craft Supply, in the account title column. Next, we place a diagonal line in the post reference column. And finally, we write the credit amount, which is $210, in the credit column. Alright, next we're going to be talking about the debit memorandum for purchases, returns, and allowances. So what we're essentially looking at here is the debit memorandum for purchases, returns, and allowances. And as you can see here, this debit memorandum number is 78. It's from Hobby Shack Incorporated, and it shows us their address and where they're located. It also says down there, by the arrow, we have this day debited your account as follows. The date is November 8th. It's to Crown Distributing, and it shows us their address and where they're located. And the account number is 230. Below all of that, we have the quantity, units, description, price, and total. The quantity is 6 units each. The description says that a 36-inch canvas along with a few other items are being returned because the merchandise sustained water damage in transit. The price is $42. And the total is $252. And the way that's calculated is by multiplying the quantity times the price. So if we take 6 units each and multiply it by the price, which is 42, that will give us the total, which is $252. And it also says down here, if the above is incorrect, please return the stating difference. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to be talking about in this lesson is journalizing purchases, returns, and allowances. So this transaction reads, on November 28th, returned merchandise to Crown Distributing, $252, covering purchase invoice number 80, debit memorandum number 78. All right, so when we journalize a transaction related to purchases, returns, and allowances, there are a few steps that we follow when doing this process. First, we write the date, which is November 28th, in the date column. Next, we write the account title and vendor name, which is Accounts Payable, Crown Distributing, in the account title column. After that, we place a diagonal line in the post reference column. Next, we write the debit memorandum number, which is DM78, in the document number column. After that, we write the amount, which is $252, in the debit column. Next, we write purchases, returns, and allowances in the account title column. And finally, we write the amount, which is $252, in the credit column. All right, so that is the end of the 9-4 text. In the next video, I will be going over the 9-4 work together. Okay? Thank you.